So, number 10, Bob. Bob is a very big and strong creature. Also might be related to the Slenderman and also this creature known as the Rake. Them two creatures are very popular, but Bob, well, he seems to have the same look as the Rake, and I'd say he's more or less related to the Rake more than the Slenderman. But they might all come from the same species, they might all be connected, but we don't know. Bob is strong and isn't very intelligent though. He is rarely seen because he's not that popular as the other creepypastas out there. So yeah, that's Bob, number 10. Number 9, Mother's Call. Now, I don't really want to get into this one, because it is very short and very freaky as well. Basically, there's just this girl in a room, and then a mum calls her down from upstairs. She comes down, and then in the cupboard under the stairs, a hand gets out and grabs her in, and then it's her mother, and she says, "There's something in the kitchen, and I heard it too." So this one's very freaky because we never knew what was in the kitchen. Could have been another creature that's actually a creepypasta creature, but this story was just turned into a creepypasta anyway. So yeah, that was number 9, Mother's Call. Now, number 8, the statue. Basically, this creepypasta is another story to do with some kids and all that. So what happens is the parents, these two kids are sleeping and the parents goes out. They call a babysitter in the house, and then what happens from there is the kids was already asleep, as you knew. So the babysitter goes in the mother's room and sits down and watch television, because the mother's room is the only place where they have a telly. Then they see this creepy statue, and then the babysitter rings up the mother and father and says, what is this creepy statue? And then because the dad's on the phone, the dad says, quickly cover up the statue, wake up the kids and get them out of the house, and we'll call the police. They called the police. The police arrive at the scene, and no one was there. You know, no one. Now this is not a very believable creepypasta, but I just think it's very scary and, you know, very, you know, it doesn't sound that real, should we say, but it is very scary. So this was number 8, the statue. Number 7, Ben. Now, this creepypasta isn't that creepy, but it is certainly terrifying if you're playing the game. The game is called Legend of Zelda, and the story goes, in real life, first of all, this guy's having a garage sale. Now, this kid comes along and buys this Game Boy off him, and it's got this save file on this game called The Legend of Zelda. Legend of Zelda. I'm sure everyone's probably heard of that game, and yeah, so he bought this Game Boy with that game on, and blah 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 blah, and then he saw the save file on it which was called Ben. Now he goes on this, and then there was weird glitches in this game, and they were sending him messages through the game almost like it's been hacked or in some way, and it kept saying it's your turn on the profile or something like that. So basically it's more or less a hacked profile creepypasta thing. Nothing to worry about unless you're playing the game, but I'm sure no one's going to hack into your Game Game Boy or DS or whatever. So yeah, this was number 7, Ben. Number 6, Ghost. Now, by the name Ghost, you probably think it's a real life SLENDERMAN or something like that, or like a ghost going around, you know, something like that. But no, it's actually in the video game Pokemon. So again, this is just a video game, and you have the option to do this as well, but I won't recommend it because it might break your DS. But anyway, it's on the Nintendo DS game Pokemon, and then when you go on to, like, when you choose your character or whatever, I don't know much about Pokemon, but this is what I heard. When you can be this character called Ghost, and apparently you can do curse and everything. Like, you can curse people and they disappear on the game, and like other characters. And then when you come near to the end, I think it was, you're in this, I don't know, but you're in this place and there's no one there. Like, and then like you're just wandering around aimlessly, and then if you go back to the place where you started, you have to face Ghost. You have to battle him or something like that. And then apparently he curses you, and then you die, I don't know, but then apparently if you've been cursed, your screen goes black on your DS or whatever. And then, I don't know if you can turn it on again, but that's what I heard. So that was the creepypasta number 6. It's not that scary. It's only scary if you actually are a ghost. So, yeah, that was creepypasta number 6, Ghost. Number 5, Jeff the Killer. Now, I do not really want to talk about this too much, because if you're someone out there who gets scared really easily, don't listen to this. Just skip to the next creepypasta, and I'll put the time like right there. So yeah, just skip if you don't want to hear about this, because this one's really scary. If you want to listen to it, then stay. Jeff the Killer. Basically, he's a human. He's basically a serial killer human. Goes around killing people. Now, I don't really believe this one that much, but it's also very believable as well, because there is a lot of serial killers out there, and Jeff the Killer could be one of them. He is a creepypasta, and basically waits till the victim goes to sleep and all that crap. Like, you know, that's what some people do, if you like a serial killer or whatever. And then he comes and goes and kills them, obviously. And if you search on Google Images, then yeah, it will come up with a picture saying "go to sleep," and yeah, so and then, you know, Jeff the Killer will be holding a knife. And his appearance, I'd definitely avoid him if you see him. So I'm just going to tell you that he has wide eyes, black hair, and also has a big smile. So yeah, I'd avoid him if I was you. So yeah, this was number 5, Jeff the Killer. Number 4. Now this one is silly, but also cool and freaky at the same time. If you play Minecraft, then I guess you could, I bet you can guess what it is if you play Minecraft. It's HEROBRINE. This one is silly, but it's also a little creepy and funny at the same time. It's like a ghost in Minecraft going around on your world. you know, just trying to kill you, and it'll say in the chat, get out my game and that. It's also a little creepy, and there's signs of HEROBRINE as well. No leaves on trees, pyramids, and the water, sand pyramids, and all that crap. You must think that I know because I do a lot of Minecraft videos, but you know, all that crazy crap. And then there's like tunnels with the redstone torches and all that stuff. Netherrack builds, and you know, with Buddha and all that stuff. So yeah, that is HEROBRINE is a creepypasta, which I think is a little crazy, but it's kind of cool at the same time. So I like how they're just getting Minecraft involved in the whole creepypasta thing. So yeah, number 4, HEROBRINE. Number 3, the pocket. Now, these next 3, 2 and 1, if you do not like being scared like Jeff the Killer, please don't watch, because these ones aren't as creepy as Jeff the Killer, but they are pretty scary. So, the pocket. Basically, the story goes with the pocket is these, I think it's 4 kids go into this, go across like these railroad tracks, and there's like and then there's like a forest surrounding this big field with I don't know what it is, like a house or something like that, and then there's like a farmer who committed suicide and hung himself. And he said whoever goes in there will I will get revenge on them or something like that. And basically these 4 kids go across the railroad track and go in to the place, and yeah, so they go into this I don't know what to call it. It's like a place where it's like a, I don't know, like a hut. They find these hole, like they found this hole, and then they go down the rope, and there's this tunnel. And they open the tunnel and they venture in, and then this kid called Wes gets dragged in and is going, help, help. But before that, all of the kids actually hear a noise, and then they try to, you know, like run back, but this kid named Wes actually gets eaten by the pocket, and when they're climbing back up, and you can just hear the snapping of bones and the ripping of flesh and all that. So this kid called Meg, and I don't know the other kid's name, but they hide in the tree, this girl and this other guy. But then the Pete, who's the other kid, is running about, doesn't know what to do, and then the pocket comes out of a little hole of his home, and then he's got Wes's skin like mask over his face, so I'm guessing no one wants to see his face. And then he grabs Pete, and then, you know, does the same. And then Wes's skin fades off, like disintegrates off the pocket's face, so he just uses Pete's, and then he runs off again and does the same, and then Meg and the other kid says, right, we've got to get out of here. So begging Meg to come down, which she does, and then they're running all the way around the woods on the outside, and they couldn't see a way to get out. And I thought at this point, when I was watching the story, I thought, well, why didn't you go the back way you came? Well, they might not know where it is, so they hear the pocket screech again, so that means that he's probably going to come and kill them. So, what they do is they go to a barbed wire fence, and so the kid, he rips all like the barbed wire open. He's all bleeding all over. He tells Meg to go through, so she does. And then as he goes through, he cuts all himself. And then, yeah, and then 10 years later, I think he was talking to Meg saying, "It's the pocket, he's coming for me." And at the end he goes, "I look up to the ceiling to see I'm trapped in a chair," or something like that. So this was number 3, the pocket. Number 2. Since we haven't had him yet, the Rake. Now, the Rake is another scary creepypasta. He isn't as scary as the pocket. I'd say the pocket's the most scariest one, but the Rake is a very scary creepypasta also, but not as scary as the pocket, as I just said. Apparently, you can find him anywhere really. There is no original story. You can just go into the woods, some woods, and this is kind of an original story, but there is lots of stories out there. You can go, these kids go into these woods, it's always kids, but you know. So yeah, they go into this woods, and then each of them go missing one by one. There's 3 of them, so they set up camp, and then in the morning one of them's missing, and then they go into his bag because he left his bag, and then you find all his clothes in there, and find his diary, and it said his name was the Rake. So, you know, at that point when I was watching it, I thought, well, yeah, this is going to get exciting now. So the next time they set up camp, the other guy goes, I think his name's Eric or something like that. This is just a story I've seen in a horror film. So he goes out to look, because the other guy, Kedney or something like that, sees this thing, the creature known as the Rake. So Eric goes and looks, and then he tries to crawl back in the tent, but then the Rake grabs him and pulls him out. And then the other guy who left with the camera is just standing there with a knife in his hand. And then in the morning he gets up and goes into the field, tries to leg it, but he can't. And yeah, that's it. He probably died. So this was number 2, the Rake. Now, number 1, the one that you've all been waiting for. If you wondered why he hasn't been in here, well, you've got him now. The one and only SLENDERMAN. Now, the SLENDERMAN has got to be one of the most popular creepypastas ever. First I'm going to start off with SLENDERMAN parodies. As we see in Minecraft, there's an Enderman and all that crap. So there has been lots of parodies of SLENDERMAN as well, but also the story. Well, SLENDERMAN actually stalks his victim for a while. He's also seen in lots of public pictures, photos of streets, roads and all that crap. And then, you know, eventually he just takes the victim once he's done with, you know, stalking them. And when he goes into the kill, these big arms and tentacles come out and grab the victim and pull them back and, you know, kill them. But this is a story that I've heard of how we became the SLENDERMAN. There's this guy who was like, you know, just, you know, wondering, you know, everything, and he was saying, "I hate my life." So you can already wonder from here that he's probably going to turn himself into the SLENDERMAN. But this is probably just a myth, or it's just a story I've heard going across the internet. So a scientist comes along and he hears him talking to himself, "I hate my life." So he says, "Why don't you become a test subject for an experiment?" And then he was like, no, I don't really want to. But then he was encouraging him and encouraging him. Eventually he said yes. So he goes into this this chamber, and he sets the experiment on, and it goes wrong, and the whole building collapses and everything, and then he sees the scientist is dead, and he feels really tall and everything, and then he's walking down the street thinking what just happened, and then a person sees him, and the person starts running away, and he was like, no, what are you doing? I don't know. I don't know why you're running. So he goes to a policeman, and he says, sir, people are just running away from me, what's the matter? And then the policeman starts running away. So he goes into these woods and finds a bathroom there. And if you've ever seen the SLENDERMAN 8 pages, there's a bathroom. And he looks in the mirror, and although he has no eyes, but this is just bull crap. I don't know why he can look in the mirror, but you know. And he says, oh my god, what's happened? So from then on, he's been haunting people and killing them when they go into these woods. So yeah, this is number 1. Hey guys, I'm Epix here, and thank you for watching my top 10 creepypastas. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next Minecraft video, or F1 video, or Mental Monday, or another creepypasta video, or anything. So yeah, I'll see you later guys. Hope you enjoyed. Please subscribe. That'd help out a lot.